The last passenger on Balete Drive. My name is Juan Reyes, and I'm 29 years old, living in Quezon City, part of the sprawling metropolis of Manila in the Philippines. This city is a chaotic blend of modern skyscrapers and ancient superstitions, where the humid air carries whispers of old colonial ghosts and folklore that refuses to die. It's 2025 now, but Manila hasn't changed. Much traffic jams choke the streets by day, and at night, the roads turn eerily quiet, especially during the rainy season, when typhoons battered the islands. I work as a rideshare driver for Grab, running the night shifts on my beat-up Honda Wave motorcycle. By day, I crash in my tiny apartment in Barangay Mariana, a cramped neighborhood with peeling walls and the constant hum of jeepneys outside. I wake up in the afternoon, brew cheap instant coffee, scarf down, leftover adobo, or whatever's in the fridge, light up a Marlboro to shake off the grogginess, and then gear up for the road. Life's a grind, just enough to chip away at my bank loans after dropping out of college midway. I was studying film at the University of the Philippines in Diliman, dreaming of directing horror movies inspired by local legends like the infamous White Lady of Balete Drive. But dreams don't pay bills, so now my filmmaking is limited to the dashcam on my helmet, recording rides to cover my ass in case of disputes or accidents. I'm not the superstitious type. Aswang tikbalong white ladies all. That stuff is just folklore cooked up to scare kids or lure tourists to ghost tours. I believe in what's real. The roar of my engine, the slick roads under pouring rain, and the pesos piling up in my Grab wallet. But ever since that accident 3 years ago, I've had these odd feelings. My ex-girlfriend Maria died on a stormy night ride. We met in college. She was an art major, with long black hair, warm brown eyes, and a laugh that could light up the darkest alley. She loved painting scenes from Philippine myths, and we'd spend hours talking about leaving the city behind. Juan, let's get out of Manila, she'd say, hugging me tight as we zipped through the streets on my bike, to Boracay or Palawan, where the beaches are white and the air isn't choked with smog, I'd promise. But reality got in the way. I was drowning in tuition debt, juggling part-time jobs, and we started fighting more. That fateful night, a typhoon was brewing, rain hammering down like nails. I was driving her home from a late class in Makati, her arms around my waist. We argued about my future, her pushing me to finish school, me snapping back about money. "You're wasting your life here," she yelled over the wind. I glanced at my phone when a Grab ping came in. Just for a second, the bike skidded on the wet pavement, slamming into a divider. Maria flew off, her head cracking against a lamppost. I walked away with bruises and a broken arm, but she was gone instantly. Traumatic brain injury, the doctors said. I sat by her grave in the cemetery off Balete Drive, whispering apologies, but the promise to escape the city hung unfinished like a curse. After that, every solo night ride feels off. It's not dramatic chills or whispers like in the movies, more like the seat behind me feels heavier, as if someone's weight is pressing down. A faint breath on my neck, or the scent of sampaguita flowers lingering in the air. I'd check the rearview mirror, but it's always just shadows and the yellow glow of streetlights. The shrink at Quirino Memorial Hospital called it PTSD, prescribed sedatives. I take them, but the sensation persists. Just your mind playing tricks, I tell myself, revving the engine and hitting the streets to outrun it. The 2025 rainy season was brutal. Typhoons rolled in one after another, dumping endless drizzle that turned roads into mirrors of oil-slicked water. Fog from the nearby Sierra Madre Mountains mixed with urban haze and river mist, creating a grey, chilling blanket that reduced visibility to arm's length. Streetlights on Balete Drive, those ancient fixtures from the American colonial era, flickered weakly in yellow hues, casting long, distorted shadows under the massive belly trees with their strangling roots. The drive is infamous, a winding road in New Manila linking old cemeteries from Spanish times, rumored to be haunted by the White Lady, a ghostly woman in white, victim of wartime atrocities, who hitches rides only to vanish. Locals avoid it after dark, but for drivers like me, it's a shortcut worth the risk for faster fares. Night shifts have perks: less traffic, higher tips from bar hoppers in Ortigas or gamblers from Resorts World. But the isolation hits hard. Just my engine's hum, static-laced OPM tracks on the Bluetooth radio, and the relentless patter of rain on my poncho. Grab notifications ping constantly, pics from high-rises in Cubo, drops in sleepy bar. The first weird ride happened on a Wednesday night, October 15th, 2025, around 1 a.m. I was parked at a sari-sari store off EDSA, nursing a red horse beer to stay alert, scrolling for the next fare. Rain drummed steadily, fog thick as soup. My phone buzzed. New ride, passenger Maria L. pickup, near Balete Bridge. Drop-off, Balete Drive Cemetery. Tip, 500 pesos. I raised an eyebrow. Balete Drive at this hour. It's the stuff of urban legends. But the tip was fat, probably a drunk or someone visiting a grave late. No profile pic. Virtual number like +63999999999. I accepted. Helmet on, dashcam rolling, and rode into the downpour. The route wasn't long, but slick roads slowed me. I pulled up under the bridge, headlights cutting through mist, the ancient Balete tree looming like a sentinel. No one in sight. I dialed the number. Hello, Maria L. I'm here. A faint voice cut through the static and rain. You're here, ... Thank you. I'm right here, under the tree. I peered out, and there she was, a slim figure stepping from the shadows. Young woman, white dress clinging wetly to her frame, long hair plastered across her face. Her features blurred in the rain, but those dark eyes pierced right through me. Hop on, mum, rain's getting worse. She mounted the bike lightly, but the seat sank noticeably. Heading to the cemetery this late, family visit. Silence stretched, then a soft whisper. Just take me home, where I belong. I throttled up, weaving onto Balete Drive's dark curves. Lights flickered erratically, fog swirling around tires like grasping fingers. My radio crackled with Forevermore by side A, but odd static whispers bled into Golog fragments I couldn't make out. Mirror glance, seat soaked, her form hazy, cold. Got a spare poncho. I'm fine. Keep driving. We reached the cemetery gates, rusted iron shut tight. Here we are. Gates locked. How are you getting in? My app pinged. Ride cancelled automatically. Reason, passenger no-show. I whipped around. Empty seat. Just a puddle pooling, and a faint Sampaguita scent hanging. I shook my head, fatigue, hallucination. Checked dashcam. The footage showed nothing but empty road. No passenger at all. Back in my apartment, hot shower didn't wash away the unease. Probably jumped off midway, I muttered. At that scent, ... Maria's favorite perfume was Sampaguita. Pills down, I slept fitfully, dreaming of white figures on rainy roads. October 16th, I hit the streets again. Rain unabated, fog denser. 1:30 a.m., another ping. Same Maria L, same pickup, same drop. Tip doubled, hesitated, but cash called. Accepted. She appeared faster this time. White dress, sodden, hair matted. You again. Why cancel last night? A soft chuckle. I wasn't ready to go home yet. Tonight's different. Bike rolling on Balete, pitch black, lights stuttering. Seat heavier, a light touch on my shoulder. Mirror, blur, dashcam, empty. What do you do for work? I used to study film. Dropped out. I braked hard, nearly skidding. How'd you know that? I didn't say silence, then, just a guess. You look like someone who films ghosts. Cemetery arrival. Cancel ping. Empty. Puddle. Scent. Footage blank. Now I was spooked. App check. Anonymous account. GPS. Glitchy virtual number. Unreachable. Cloud uploads of rides auto-deleted after 24 hours, like someone wiping traces. Tried phone video. Grainy noise. Shadowy flicker. It kept happening. Rainy nights. Around 2 a.m., Maria L's ride popped up. Third time. Fourth. She'd sit silent longer, then murmur, "Do you miss me? We promised to leave this city." Her voice tugged at memories of my Maria. Fear crept in, not of ghosts, but losing my grip. Started logging on my phone. Voice memos like a diary. Log October 17th, 2025. Ride 3 with Maria L. Seat drenched. Heard sighing in the rain. Her eyes, bottomless black. Shared with Pedro, another grab rider, over coffee at a jeepney stop. "You're nuts, bro." I picked her up last week, but drop was Pasig Riverbank. Vanished. Seat wet, Sampaguita smell. Same time, 2:13 a.m. Traffic cams glitched then. We compared notes, identical timing. White-dressed woman, but different routes. Pedro, look it up, Balete's. White lady is real. Spirit, from World War II. Hitching rides. I researched Balete Drive, built in the 1920s, linked Spanish-era cemeteries, burial ground for war victims. High accident rate in rain. Traffic cams often glitch at 2:13, the exact time my Maria died. Visited her grave. Sodden earth, fresh Sampaguita scattered. Knelt. If it's you, why torment me? Reality blurred. Daydreams of Maria on the bike. You owe me a ride out. Rides repeated. Fifth time, I confronted. Who are you really? Midway on Balete, storm raging. It's me, Maria. Your Maria. Heart pounding. Maria's dead. Dead, because you weren't paying attention. But I'm waiting for you to take me home. Seat iced over. Breath on my neck. Mirror. Her face clear, my Maria. Scar on forehead from the crash. Eyes voids of black. Panic. Gunned the engine. Skid. Stop. I just want to go. App cancel. Empty. Puddle. Now with blood temps. Log. October 20th, 2025. It's her. Saw the face, but she's gone. What's happening? Tried quitting nights, but debts mounted. Pings at 2:13 persisted. Accepted like hypnosis. She'd recount our past. Remember that rainy night. Arguing the crash, tears. I'm sorry whisper. Take me home then. Final night. November 9th, 2025. Typhoon Peak. Ping at 2:13. Accepted, she mounted. Vivid arms cold around me. Take me where we promised. Nodded shakily. Yes, out of Manila. Balete plunged into abyss. Radio. Balete cams down. Accidents spiking. Seat crushing. Embrace tight. Thank you. Skid turned. Thank you. Love, I've taken you home. ... Double quotes. Empty. Bike. Flipped by riverbank. Blackout. Woke in hospital. Cops questioning. Who were you with? Dashcam shows you talking to air. Silent. Last log. My voice. Woman's sobs mixed. Still riding. Waiting for Maria Elnes ping. Is she waiting? Am I dead? Looping? Don't know. If you're on Balete Drive in rain and see her ride, don't accept. Or if you do, keep the promise. Ghosts don't forget.